Hey everybody, Sparks Precision Arms here. Welcome back to another Q&A video with us. So we've had some great questions come in throughout the week, and these are our top 4. Elder C, what are the top 3 upgrades for an AR for range and home defense? Not in any order. You should always prioritize putting on an optic, a light, and a sling. For our demonstration purposes, we're bringing out a 10-3 rifle with a pistol brace on it, but it is a 10-3 AR. And 10-3 refers to the actual barrel length before the muzzle device is put on there. So, this optic is a Vortex AMG UH1. This is a holographic sight, very reliable, and it also can be used in night vision, but I do not have any, so I don't worry about that. The weapon light we have on here is a Streamlight TLR7, and the reason I like this on such a short configuration, I don't want to have to worry about a pressure switch. I just want to be able to push and go. And then we have a Blue Force Gear 2-point sling. Now this is QD attached, one to the brace of the rifle and one to an M-LOK fitted QD adapter. So the reason you want all 3 of these is because you don't want to have to rely on your iron sights. Iron sights are great for learning purposes, but red dots, especially on rifles, make shooting at distances very easy. Now this is not a magnified scope. What I have behind me, this LVPO, can go from 1 times to 8 times. Now this is great for reaching out to distance. But if you're in close range, you want just a standard red dot. Most take CR batteries. Others still take batteries but have solar panels on top. It does not matter the preference. I highly suggest getting a red dot for your rifle. Now, there are numerous companies that make weapon lights. I use this pistol light strictly for the purpose of ease. I have cloud defensive lights on all my bigger rifle setups, but for this one I didn't see a purpose on spending a good amount of money on a weapon light. And then for the sling, it does not matter truly which sling you choose, but I always suggest a 2-point sling. The reason I suggest a 2-point sling is because one is attached up here and the other on the buttstock. The reason you want a sling is so nobody can actually remove this rifle from you. Now, we've seen in civilian defense, people in the military, people in law enforcement, they all have slings. They're not just running around with the gun in their hands. It gets heavy, number one, but you don't want the rifle to come away from your body at all. This is your main weapon. A pistol is great, but you should have a rifle. And if nobody can remove it from your person, even better. Second question, what is my motivation to keep going every day? This is from Tanner R. My motivation directly stems from my faith. On top of that, I have a desire to improve myself every day going forward. If you don't put in the work, don't strive for greatness, don't move towards a goal, you often end up standing still in life. Now, that may be fine for some people, but for a person like myself, I believe it's worth it to chase a goal all the time. I can't sit idly by and watch the world pass me. So I choose small goals and then I work up to them. And the reason I do that is because I have people that depend on me, and that's what really keeps me going. Also, I really like a challenge, so gunsmithing is fun for me. If I were to deck out a Glock 47 Gen 5 for USPA carry optics, what would I do? Now this is a perfect example. I am actually also switching to a Glock 47 for carry optics. Now this pistol is empty, but what I always suggest for a good carry optics pistol is A good aggressive grip texture, whether you like stippling or silicone carbide, it doesn't matter. I personally like to hand stipple everything with an aggressive texture. Now this is my dragon scale texture. I also do a double undercut under the trigger guard so I can get my hands higher up on the weapon while I'm firing. I have added grip texture under the bottom and an accelerator cut on the side so my thumb has somewhere to rest right here. Now on top of that, carry optics, you need a red dot. Now red dots usually come personally, like personal choice. I like the Vortex Defender XL. That is not what I went with on this one. I actually wanted to try something new. So I chose the Trijicon SRO. I personally run 5 MOA dots or bigger, and the reason behind that is because I have astigmatism. Now for people who don't know what MOA dots are, it's the size of your actual red dot when you're looking through the optic. The smaller the number, the smaller the dot size. For people with astigmatisms like myself, I find that if I have anything under a 5 MOA dot, I can't see, and I get little refractory images off of the red dot itself. So I personally like 5 MOA dot or bigger, but some of the best optics I can recommend right now are the Vortex Defender XL. The SRO seems to be doing fantastic. Another name that I might consider would be the Defender ST. I like the Defender ST. It's a little bit smaller in size. Sometimes I've had issues with the bigger optic windows. So it all depends. If you haven't tried any pistol optics before, you want to demo some, shoot me a text. We can go through options and I'll help you try to pick what is the best optic for yourself. And that question was from Brandon L. All right, question number 4. This is from Cam M. Vortex versus Leupold carbine scopes. He is building a new carbine, a rifle, and wants to know what scope to choose. Now, I've showed you 2 different Vortex scopes. This one is a little bit pricier. Now, this is a Viper PST, but it has added magnification. So you can go from 1 times, spin this, and you can go to 8 times. So if it's above a 13-inch rifle, I suggest learning one of these, saving up, spending the money on one of these, because LVPOs make it extremely easy. Now, Leupold does make an LVPO. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but I like Vortex. They tend to make some very good products. I use them on pistols and rifles alike, and they have never let me down. I can say that the durability of these have been top-notch because I tend to beat the hell out of my rifle setups and everything else. Now, if you're building a smaller, like a pistol platform, similar to the 10-3 that was featured earlier in the video, you can go with something like the holographic sight. You can go with a standard red dot. But if you're just learning, what works best for you on a rifle, maybe look at the Holosun series. They have a holographic sight called the AEMS, and I've found that to be very easy to learn. It's super fun to use. It has solar panels on top, so the battery, you don't have to worry about it. On top of that, you can also go with their red dots, standard red dots, the reflexes. It all depends on what you're trying to use the gun for. When I throw this on a rifle, I want to be able to shoot at something 5 meters away to 400 to 600. It also varies on your barrel length. And that's what we're here to help with. So if you have any more questions, Cam, let me know. I can help you out in any way that I can. I can send you in the right direction, but I hope that helps. I really enjoy doing this series for y'all. It's been fun so far, and we really look forward to the new questions coming next week. We are going to start posting more videos. It's been a process for me to learn editing, but on top of that, it's just all pretty new still. But I really enjoy y'all paying attention and learning something new and asking these questions. It also gives me the experience of actually being able to work on my communication when it comes to customers, potential customers, and information. So whatever you guys have questions for, it could be simple, it could be complex. I will work to answer those. And please drop us another question this next week. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Catch you later.